Kia ora, my name is Te Ahuia Kawereswehi. I am the Te Reo Māori teacher for Kura Mātāmua for Te Wharekura o Maniapoto.
Kia ora tātou, ko Jamie Tamaki tōku ingoa no Ngāti Mahuta Te Apu. I am a teacher at Te Wharekura o Maniapoto.
My name is Tatanui Papa and my school year is year 10.
Kia ora, ko Chance tōku ingoa.
Kia ora koutou, ko Michelle McDonald tōku ingoa, and I am the Youth and Secondary Advisor at the Waikato Regional Council.
Kia ora, ko Camilla tōku ingoa, and I'm an Enviro Schools facilitator. I deliver environmental education programs.
I guess born out of a recognition that historically the council hasn't had very much engagement with youth. We run Enviro Schools programs, which has a lot of intake with preschools, with primary schools. Then there's kind of a vacuum.
I think conservation and environmental jobs, it's a really diverse industry and it needs a whole different range of skills, and we are going to need more people in this sector.
Looking back 3 weeks ago to now, for me made me really realise that our kids need this. They need to know what the employer does and what impact the school has for those journeys. So I think having them do water testing has made some real concrete evidence that school is important, and having employers come in and show them a way forward and how we do that has been really good for them.
Most of our young people are hands-on people and they want to do the mahi quickly, but some jobs require you to sit down and actually read a paper and think about it, and I think that's what we mostly struggle for, because we don't want to sit down and just stay there. We want to get hands-on and do something.
The whakapapa to how we got here was I approached Smart Waikato, having heard that you have engagements with kura, and we, I guess, have no history there, and so finding that brokering relationship just made that so much easier. And so we wanted to get involved with SSEP. We have a kind of a side desire that we want more young people to go into the environmental sector, and so consulting with careers advisors about what the best way of doing that is, the advice received was you need work experience, you need students to be able to experience what you do, and then you're more likely to leave a lasting impact so that they can think about it, reflect on it, and then as they start making their subject choices and their future career choices, that seed has been planted.
So we met the students a few weeks ago and we had an in-classroom session. We were looking at what a healthy waterway may look like and what a waterway that needs some manaki and some care might look like. The students were, we created like an image of what these two streams might look like. The students were putting their ideas and inputs in, and then that sort of formed the foundation of what we did the following week, which was actually go to their local stream and see what kind of waterway it was. Was it healthy? Did it need some care? And we did a range of experiments on the stream and the surrounding area, and they found that, yeah, generally their stream is in a good condition. There were some aspects of it that could be improved, and then we talked about what they can do as students, as a community, and then what we can expect Waikato Regional Council and the District Council to do in terms of looking after the stream so that it's a resource for the future.
It was cool throwing the lemon and testing the water. Yep.
So some of the tests that we did on the stream, we did pH and temperature and water clarity, looking for invertebrates, and then one of the favourite ones, which is known as the lemon throwing one, and that's checking velocity. So basically students throw lemons in and time how long it takes to travel a certain distance, and then they work out the speed of the water. And this week we travelled to Waikato Regional Council to see the working space here, hear from different people that are working with water conservation and water care within the within the council, and then the students got to share what they had done with the elected representatives. And I was just so proud because they've done what many adults have not even done in their whole life, which is go to the decision makers of today and say, this is really important to us, and we want to see action.
And I walked into their room, I didn't know what I was going to hear, and I heard heaps. I didn't actually know that how much people care about the river, because I thought it was just there and you can just go there and swim in it, you know. I didn't know all the processes and everything that people do to help it be clean, and you know, yeah, so it was pretty cool.
It's been a really, really awesome experience, especially with the regional council. You know, we get told quite a lot that, you know, they're quite busy, you know, they're trying to make sure that, you know, taking care of other things. But today, you know, our kids had this opportunity, and I consider that really lucky, because now they can see what people actually do and how they help the environment, because we don't know, we really don't know what goes on around here. Now we do, and I think that's pretty precious.
When we first arrived, of course, we were unknown to each other, we were unfamiliar, and so we were the strangers, the manuhiri, but the strangers in the room, and you know, who are they, and what have they got to contribute to us, and kind of over the past few weeks, relationship has developed. Today, when they came to visit us at Regional Council, we arrived, when they first arrived and we came out to meet them, you know, I was greeted with a hug and a kiss, you know, and from people who, you know, teenagers that we'd only just met a couple of weeks ago, but said the relationship was warm, and it was, you know, it's very, very rewarding to know that you can develop a connection like that.
And there's like a bond, and then they got to see the council chamber, and one of the councillors was like, oh, I'll see you here when you're elected, and you know, it's really good relationships were made.
Pretty cool actually, like getting the opportunity to come out and do stuff like this. Yeah. It's
been so good. I think for lots of our kids, we've been, you know, in such a little community, you don't see the impacts. So having the Waikato Regional Council come down and work with the kids alongside that, and then making that connection back with us coming today has been really awesome for them. And I for myself have seen huge growth in the kids just in the short visitation. It works. It has, and it's given them some autonomy back as Māori in our own rohe to say, actually, we know what the Maniapoto looks like, we know what the Regional District Council does for us, we know we've got some familiar faces, Mishuela, Kimila, which is, I think, for Māori, it's a huge connection.
I'm all about giving it back to my people, and I thought being a lawyer would be something good to give back to my people and help them, and because we need more Māori lawyers. And so actually it's pretty interesting. If I really wanted to, I would come into this industry and I would be this kind of person, because it's actually helping our rivers, helping what our tupuna help to cherish, and it's like a spiritual kind of thing, and I love that about this area.
I think the context outside of school too has been this. Haerenga has been a huge impact, because our kids don't, like you said, we're isolated, we don't get out, they don't often see other non-whānau come into our kura. So having had this opportunity, ngā mihi.
The people today are trying to do their best to maintain it, and I think it's up to my generation to actually keep that going. But otherwise, all the hard work that our people doing now is just going to go down the drain later on if we don't maintain and keep on doing what they're doing now.
Yeah, tukumihi anaki tēnei whare, and everyone that has come along in the journey to teach us more. I cannot wait to see what the future years bring, and I know for a fact that some of our kids are really thinking about what their options are in the next couple of years.